In this lab, we're going to do user authentication, identity-aware proxy. So you will learn how to write or deploy a simple app engine using Python, and how to enable and disable IAP to restrict access to your app, and how to get user identity information from iApp into your app, and finally how to cryptographically verify information from IAP to protect against spoofing. So first we have to activate Cloud Shell, download the code, unzip, go into the folder, change to Hello World. Now we're going to read the main file to see what is inside. So the main file is the application code. It uses the Flash web framework to respond to web requests. Now we're going to deploy the app engine. So first we update the Python runtime to Python 39 and deploy the app to the app engine standard environment for Python. So they ask you for the region, choose US East 4. So do you want to continue? Yes. Okay, so it's done. Now you can use this command gcloud app browse to view the app in the browser. Click this link. Yes, you can see the website. Check the progress. Yes, successful. So now we're going to restrict the access using Identity-Aware Proxy. Enable the API. Go to Identity-Aware Proxy. So you go to the OF concern screen straight away and get started. So for the name, you type in IAP example user support email, can select from here, click next and choose internal, click next. And for the contact information, you can copy the email from the instruction page and click next and finish create. So you say here OAuth configuration created. Next is to disable the flags. So using this command, which I already did that. Okay, now click on this, turn it on, IAP. Select the checkbox here and add principal. New principal, paste the email address. And then for the role here, you can type in IAP secure web app user and click on save and click on start, enable. Enable identity platform. So it says here successfully enable identity platform. Back to your lab here, you can see when I type in the same URL, I can see the hello world. I can access this website. I'll check my progress. Yep, completed. Okay, so in the URL, if you can reserve the previous one, and at the back you type in GCP_IAP clear login, and they will ask you for the login. Yep, I can sign in for the website. Moving on, task 2 is to access user identity information. Okay, we will move on to go into the hello user folder. So update the Python runtime to Python 39 and deploy again. Press yes. Now it's done. Let's check my progress. Yeah, successful. I want to know what is in the main, and that's why I use cat. So you can see user email and user ID has been modified. Okay, so now we want to test the browser using this command, gcall at browse. Click here and you will see my email and the persistent ID. As compared to the previous one, they don't have it. Now we can turn off the IAP. Back to the Identity-Aware Proxy. Just turn it off here. And refresh this page. And you can see it become none and none. So since now the application is now unprotected, a user could send a web request that appear to have passed through the IAP. For example, let's say we can run this command using curl. Okay, enter. Now in the task tree, next one, we're going to do the use cryptographic verification. So we change to another folder. Update the Python runtime to Python 39 and deploy. Press Y. Yep, it's done. Check my progress. Yep. At this point you have finished the lab, but you can continue to explore further. So we're going to examine the application files. So inside you type in ls to list out the file. That is a file called Authentication py, and you can see what is in there. So this assertion is the cryptographically signed data provided in the specified request header. The code uses a library to validate and decode the data. Validation uses the public key that Google provides for checking data is signed and knowing the audience that the data was prepared for. Essentially the Google Cloud project that is being protected. Helper function key and audience gather and return those values. So now we can try this app. Click the URL. So recall that you previously disabled the IAP, so the application provide no IAP data. You should see this page like this. But if you turn it back on, turn on. Yeah, it's turned on now, so let's click. And you can see the email address is back, and it does not have the accounts.google.com. If you will turn off the IAP, it will bypass. The verified data would either be missing or invalid. So Congratulations, you finished the lab. Please end the lab. Thank you.